Hi, I'm John Croak from the Cooking Caravan.
I'm Mark Sursa from the Cooking Caravan.
And this is our friend Seema from the Children's Hunger Alliance. How you doing, Seema?
Good.
Awesome. So, our friend Chef Mike from OhioHealth is sneaking around the kitchens behind us, grabbing ingredients. Hopefully, he'll bring us something tasty to work with today.
Hey, Chef Mike.
And here he is here. How you doing, Chef Mike?
I'm doing well, and you?
Excellent. So, what's in the fridge today?
I brought you guys a couple of carrots,
Okay.
some garlic,
Beautiful.
a half an onion,
Nice.
Awesome.
some low-sodium vegetable broth,
Cool.
and some broken spaghetti.
Wow. Okay. It looks
Great.
like you set us up perfectly for a hearty vegetable soup. So make sure you pop your head back in later and try some if you get a chance, okay?
Will do.
Thanks a lot,
Awesome.
Chef
See ya.
Mike.
See ya.
Wow, nothing gets you through a cold Ohio winter better than a belly full of warm soup, John.
Absolutely. And soup is really easy to make, right, Mark?
It's simple and it's fun for the whole family to make and enjoy all at the same time.
Seema can help us as well, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, you know what? To make a soup, we're going to need a couple cutting boards to chop these veggies up, a couple kid-safe butter knives to use, wooden spoon, a ladle for the end.
Great, great.
And the most important thing, big old pot.
Nice.
All right, so you guys want to start on the veggies
Yeah,
here?
yeah. Seema, you want to help me cut up this celery? We're going to use this butter knife. Now, always make sure if you're going to be using a knife, you want to have an adult present.
Absolutely.
This is butter knife, so it's still pretty safe, but you still want to be sure.
Okay.
Just going to take it, and we're going to cut this end off like this, and then just go ahead and cut down just pieces like that. That's really what
Okay.
you want, about, I don't know, a 1/4 inch. So just want to keep your fingers held back a little bit. Yeah.
Now, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to go ahead and take this garlic, smash it with my hand. You know, soups are notorious for being really high in sodium, salt being the active ingredient in sodium. This garlic here is super strong in smell and also in taste, but it's also super healthy. So it's a great alternative to using a lot of salt. We can put garlic in there. And if there's any vampires around, they're going to run right out the door. So I'm just going to smash this and get the little skin off of it. And then maybe I'll share some cutting board space with my friend Seema over here. Seema, you are a pro. That
Yeah,
looks
she's got
awesome.
this going on.
And I like how you're making sure that your fingers stay back too. That's excellent. Now we're using butter knives today, traditionally for butter, but they're also a great tool to learn how to use a knife with, so that when Seema becomes an older chef, she'll be practiced and it won't be her first rodeo with that knife. I'm just going to steal a little edge of this cutting board, and I'm going to chop this stuff up too. Right behind you here, I'm just going to rinse them off real quick. Seema, that looks great. You did a really great job there. And I noticed that you got the leafy top part of the celery. That stuff is fine. It might be a little more bitter, but it's going to be great in a soup. All right, so this pot, I've heated this up for about a minute. Now I'm just going to take some canola oil. Any kind of cooking oil you have is going to be great. Vegetable oil, olive oil. I'm going to put about a spoonful in. And the reason I'm putting this oil in is to keep these veggies from sticking to this pot. Now I want to let this oil heat up for about a minute, just so when these veggies hit the pan, it gives that nice sizzle. But if the oil starts to smoke, it is too hot. You need to remove it from the heat. And let's see if it sizzles.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Listen to that sizzle.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. Garlic next. Okay, and then we'll just go with celery and carrots. Celery and carrots are super cheap, and you can find them all year round at every grocery store and most pantries. Trusty wooden spoon, and I'm just going to mix this around. Now I'm really just looking to soften these veggies up, maybe a little brown around the edges, have them sweat or release a little bit of the moisture, and then we'll be ready for the next ingredient. Mark, you want to open up that vegetable broth over there?
I would love to, John. Now this is just some low sodium vegetable broth. Low sodium is good because soups generally have a tendency to become high in salt really quickly, especially canned soups. If we didn't have vegetable broth, we could use chicken broth, we could use beef broth. If we didn't have any of that, we could also use like some tomato paste with some water and make a more tomato-based soup.
Oh, there you go, like the little cans of tomato paste, not tomato sauce, tomato paste.
Yeah, the little ones, the thick condensed stuff.
And just put it out with water, heat it up, and that's going to make a sauce all by itself.
Yeah, it'll be more of a tomato soup, and it'll just be really good with this broken spaghetti, which we're going to add in.
Perfect.
Which is perfect because it's broken. We don't have to use broken spaghetti, though. We can use any type of pasta.
Yeah, not even spaghetti, anything you got.
Any rice, too, anything like that. It's going to be really good in the soup.
Now this was opened up. I don't know how much is in here. This is right from the fridge.
I say go for it.
Just put it all in, huh?
Yeah. Let's put a little water in there.
Let's do that. You know what? I'll toss this pot over to you. This is going to be hot. So anytime you're using the stove, who needs to be around, Seema?
An adult.
That's right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and toss this over to
Great.
Chef Mark there. Go ahead, Chef Mark. Put some water in there for us. Water's really going to stretch our soup, and it's going to make it soupy, right?
It is, and I'm just going to estimate here, but I'm going to put about half as much water as what vegetable broth we have.
Okay.
So, which is probably about 2 cups.
Sure.
I think that looks great.
That looks fantastic.
Lots of room for the pasta still to cook, but still enough space so all the vegetables are going to be good, and it's still going to be a very hearty soup. It's not going to be too thin.
All right, we ready to go with this pasta?
I think so.
Seema, go for it. Throw that pasta in for us.
Like this?
Yeah, just dump it in. So now, I've had this at medium heat. I'm going to crank it up just a little bit. We want to bring this to a boil, and after it boils, we want to let it cook for about 8 minutes or until the pasta is tender. All right, so our pasta is tender, our soup is done, and we're ready to ladle it up and see how it tastes.
Great.
Ooh.
Oh, it smells delicious.
Yeah. Now, soups make great leftovers. I like to make big batches like this and just eat it all week.
That's a great idea. You could also freeze it, and then if you don't have time to cook, you can just take it out of your freezer, put it back into your pot, heat it back up.
Yeah, it can last twice as long, right?
Yeah, and it just gives you more variety.
Got some leftover chicken, beef, turkey in the fridge. Go ahead and throw that in. It's going to add some protein to it. It's going to give it a meatier flavor. Any vegetable in your fridge is going to taste great in this soup.
You're also going to be able to add anything from your cabinets if you have any kind of spices, if you have Italian seasoning, dried herbs, garlic powder,
Cumin,
coriander. Anything like that's going to add flavor, and it's just going to help to enhance your soup.
Awesome. All right, well, you know what? I think we've laid the base. It's time for you to open your fridge, see what's inside of it, and go on an adventure. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, and remember, what's in your fridge
Is what's for dinner.